Hello, my name is Ryan Cox, outside linebacker of Cox Heart, and I won week 4. My story is unique in a way, I guess. Coach Trongone, he nominated me for this award because my adversity through pain, and I was kind of thrown back about it in a way. I thought, it's football. Everyone goes through adversity. Everyone gets bruises. Everyone breaks bones. Everyone tears their muscles, right? So I went back home and I thought about it, and I was like, what can I actually use this for? And it came to me, I can use the pain of addiction, the addiction to drugs.
Ryan is a very rare person. He's the type of person that comes along once in a generation. He's high energy, high focus, a lot of motivation, and overall, he's just a very inspiring person, and that's somebody that you want in your life.
I would describe Ryan as a person, probably one of the few people I've ever met on this planet that is more of a man than I am. Probably one of the greatest men that I've ever met on this planet in terms of personal responsibility, watching out for those around him, and staying focused on the mission of what he has to do all at the same time. And that's hard for a kid his age. It's hard for a young man that age to consider all of those things and be great at all of them. And I noticed those attributes the minute I started working with him on the football field. He stood right out.
Ryan as a person. Ryan is a loyal individual, tremendous work ethic. He's a family type of guy, and that's what we look for as a North football player.
I was introduced to it at a very young age. My mom is a heroin addict. She's been a heroin addict for all my life. That went to my brothers, my sisters, and it was soon to come to me. I knew if I was sitting in the household still, I would got it. Before I lived with my father and my stepmother, I had to be the man of the house. It was single-handedly one of the hardest things I had to do in my life. But I used football as my way out.
Ryan's a once-in-a-generation type person because just because of his overall mentality. I mean, he comes into work every day, and it's all work. But even at times when it's all work and it's all business, he still finds a way to get everybody going. If we're all tired after a long day of practice, he's picking us up in the locker room. If somebody misses a play or somebody makes a bad read in practice, he's picking them up, he's telling them the correct read, and he's getting them going for the next play. And I've seen him do that not just with football players. He does that in the hallway. Somebody has a bad test grade, they're not feeling too good, or somebody's just having one of those days where it seems like the world is against them. He's always there. He's always helping them out.
A heart of a giant, hits like Ram. We're the Rams football team, and I think Ryan must have seen how Rams hit each other, because I don't think anybody could hit anybody harder. He swept the league, or at least his team, with setting records for tackles that I've never seen before. And the good thing about it is, I've never seen a student or a football player hit somebody as hard as Ryan, but I've never seen anybody help somebody up as fast either.
Back when I was 1, my parents split, and I lived out in California with my father. My mom got custody of me, and when I was like 6. I went house to house. I went to 5 different elementary schools and 4 different middle schools. I was a nobody, really. In football, I was somebody. I made an impact on people. This year, during one of our games, I got nominated as one of the captains, and I was very happy about that. I actually was shown I was making a difference through football, because that's the only thing that really mattered.
Definitely, he has great leadership ability, and just the way he presents himself on the field to both the coaches and the players. I think the team really looked up to him, and he was the spark that sent us into the playoffs, week 7, and the reason why we had a successful season.
Ryan's had a very hard childhood, and he's had a hard time coming up. And I don't think there's anyone who can deal with adversity the way he has. It's completely church and state. He has a problem at his house. He handles it he handles it at his house, and he handles it like a man. He doesn't take that out on anybody else. And I think that anyone, not just a football player, I think anyone that knows Ryan can tell you that he's dealt with his adversity, and he's made something great out of it. he's applied himself, and you can see it in his games.
Since I was exposed to all the drug addictions that was facing my family, I never really let it affect me mentally, because no one can take away from you mentally. They can take away from you physically, they can take your possessions, anything they want. But as long as you have your mind on you, you're unbeatable. If one person can take this away and use it as a positive outlook, it's meant to share my story. I hope more people can take away from it, but if only one person can, it's meant to share.